Well, good morning. We say happy first day of winter to you. Well, why can't I ever say this word?
Because it's
Everyone's
a tongue
laughing
twister.
at me. Meteorological winter, that is, but it doesn't really feel like it yet. The National Weather Service in Spokane saying winter is coming and is here, but the cold really a little bit late to the party. Fashionably late.
Fashionably
That's how
late.
I like it.
Yes, they're fashionably late. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
Glad to have you here on the show. I'm Tim Pham. Also, happy first day of December. You can crack open your advent calendar.
You can.
Super excited for that. I might have 3.
I love it.
Just celebrate. It's
I'm
the
not-
countdown's on now.
I'm not
to
judging.
Christmas.
I bought one yesterday.
Okay.
I did.
Let's go. We are so much closer to Christmas.
We are, but guess what, guys? Okay, like you said, it's December 1st. It just does not feel like it at all. If you haven't been outside yet today, you really don't need the coat at all.
Not really, no.
Not even a little bit. It's definitely very warm for this time of year, especially heading into winter. So we want to go ahead and check in with meteorologist Thomas Patrick. He's in our outdoor weather center this morning. So Thomas, like we said, it's very warm today, but it's also very windy too.
Yeah, very much so. By the way, Tim, is one of those advent calendars for Baxter?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. 2 of them.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm gonna give a video of this. I found 2 advent calendars for Baxter because one has toys and one has treats.
He needs them both.
That is absolutely fantastic. We're gonna hold Tim to give us pictures of that for tomorrow's newscast. Well, otherwise, it is quite breezy out here today. In fact, if it weren't for the winds, I probably would go coatless out here for the outdoor weather center. But just putting just enough of that chill factor into the air that it's like, okay, light jacket, pretty cozy out here this morning. 41-mile-per-hour wind gusts now recorded as of the 8 o'clock hour here in Spokane. So it is obviously very breezy, but it has locked in the warmth from yesterday and from last night. And our temperatures, while in the 50s right now in Spokane, should easily be in the 60s across parts of the area for today. I think I'm forecasting 59 for the high. Oh, so close to that 60-degree mark, which will be an important threshold if we do eventually hit that 60-degree mark for today. We'll show you where records stand, not just for the day, but for the month and how close we are going to get to that. That's all coming up in just a few minutes.
A former Pasco police officer was accused of killing a Spokane woman 35 years ago, but the murder charge was dropped due to lack of evidence at the time.
Now Richard Aguirre is back in court because prosecutors believe they now have enough evidence to convict him of that murder. Nicole Hernandez tracking the twists and turns in this case spanning more than 3 decades. And Nicole, you've been looking into this. What happened during opening statements?
Good morning, Tim and Channing. So Richard Aguirre is facing first-degree murder for the killing of 27-year-old Ruby Das back in 1986. So in opening arguments yesterday, the prosecutor explained that the labs back in '86 did not get a DNA match from the condom found at the scene. But years later, another lab ran the DNA through the system again. That's when it matched Aguirre.
Ding, 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 a match.
Spokane County prosecutors believe they now have the evidence they need to convict Richard Aguirre. The prosecution explained to the jury in 2014 Aguirre's DNA came through a database. A month later, that DNA turned out to be a match and Aguirre became a suspect in Das's death.
They were able to confirm the defendant's DNA on the condom sample. Surprisingly, upon swabbing the bag that formerly contained the condom, they were also able to find the defendant's DNA.
Now this past afternoon, the state presented various photos and videos police took at the crime scene in 1986. It showed night and daytime views of the area, along with multiple items found not far from the victim's body. The state already called on 3 witnesses. All of them were Spokane police officers or detectives who investigated the 1986 case. The prosecutor will resume witness testimony this morning. So if you're interested in more information about the trial of Richard Aguirre, you can text the word trial to 509-448-2000. We'll send you a link with more information. In the newsroom, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
8:05 on the dot. It is time for your morning rush. More news in less time.
A FDA advisory panel narrowly backed Merck's COVID-19 treatment pill on Tuesday. The panel was split, passing on a 13-10 vote. The pill would be the first medication high-risk patients could take at home to relieve COVID symptoms and reduce the risk of hospitalization and death. The drug still needs to be authorized by the FDA and the CDC, though, before it's available to the public.
President Biden signed 4 bills designed to help the nation's veterans. One of them focuses on female veterans and supports funding for maternity care. The president also signed a bill requiring a study into possible racial disparities in the distribution of benefits. This will ensure every service member receives what they've earned.
Washington Commissioner of Public Lands Hillary Franz is promoting a new bill to protect state forests from urban development. It's called the Keep Washington Evergreen Initiative. The goal is to conserve 1 million acres of forest in the state and to plant trees in 1 million more acres. Commissioner Franz joined lawmakers in Olympia to talk about the importance of keeping our forests intact from wildfire destruction.
We must be proactive and prevent our forests from converting into parking lots and subdivisions, because the fact is, once lost, you can never get them back again.
Permanent deforestation has costly effects on the state's environment, including declining air quality, loss of local wildlife, and negative impacts on the lumber industry.
The recount for the Coeur d'Alene School Board Zone 4 seat is scheduled to begin this week. The recount was requested by former trustee candidate Lindsay Swingrover, who lost by just 24 votes to candidate Leslie Bierke. The margin was not within the state's free recount, but Swingrover decided the gap was narrow enough to request one. Now, the Kootenai County Sheriff will deliver those ballots to the election office Thursday morning.
And happening today, Governor Jay Inslee and Secretary of State Steve Hobbs will certify Washington's 2021 general election results. A brief ceremony will be held at the governor's office in Olympia at 1:45 in the afternoon. That's your Morning Rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media.
Well, it is a holiday tradition for so many people. That, of course, didn't happen last year, so it's back this year.
That's right. The Nutcracker Ballet is a magical mixture of dance, music, and holiday excitement that is taking center stage this season at the Fox Theater. And that's where we'll find KREM 2's Laura Pipetti. She is live this morning. She's living her best life right now. This is the best assignment ever. I love this.
Well, I mean, how many stories, number one, can you wear a crown and people don't make fun of you? I mean, you guys might be making fun of me, but the crew here, it's all natural when you're in the Nutcracker to wear a crown and to walk around at this time in the morning just holding a big glittery Nutcracker. This is the actual Nutcracker from the performance. And if you're familiar with Clara and the Nutcracker and the story, then this will make sense. If you've never seen the Nutcracker, then I just look like a strange person holding a Nutcracker. Either way, we're celebrating Christmas, the return of gathering and seeing a performance at the beautiful Fox Theater. And we're here this morning with Cecily McDougall. Cecily and I are keeping a little bit of distance this morning. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's such a joy to be back in this theater for our 10th anniversary.
I was going to say 10th anniversary, and you've been here for all of them.
I have been here for all of the performances. I started as a dancer with State Street Ballet and worked my way up, and I'm now the Associate Executive Director.
State Street Ballet out of Santa Barbara, California, but an international cast to be sure.
Yes, we have dancers representing 8 different countries from all over the world. And we actually have a special guest artist this year. His name's Aaron Smythe. He's from Australia. He'll be playing the role of the Cavalier with the Sugar Plum Fairy. And he actually was in Disney's version of the Nutcracker a couple years ago. So
I love that. We have Amber up on stage. Amber, by the way, from Connecticut, and has been such a good sport this morning. And what is she in right now, and what is she playing?
She is in the character of a princess from the Kingdom of the Sweets currently. It's one of my favorite costumes that we have. You can see it's just so sparkly.
It's beautiful. And you know, these costumes blend so well with the backdrop and with this theater. I feel a little bit of magic when I'm in the Fox.
Absolutely. I mean, the spectacle is just incredible. It's really a special venue and a really special symphony that we get to work with here.
Oh, speaking of the symphony, tonight is the first in-person rehearsal that you'll have with the symphony, correct?
Yes, this is the first time we get to hear them after almost 2 years, and I am so excited to see the conductor, Morihiko, and I just couldn't be happier to be here, and I know the dancers feel the same way.
It's a celebration. So tickets still available, by the way, if you would like to see the Nutcracker. 5 performances starting tomorrow through Sunday, and you can be part of the Christmas magic. It's back, and we've had a long year without it, the Nutcracker. So we're excited to welcome you back to Spokane. It is going on again through this weekend, but just a reminder, masks are required for the performances and vaccination proof if you're 12 and over, or a COVID-free test, a negative test, but kids can just come and enjoy. I'll send it back to you.
Save me a seat, Laura. I would love to see that in the coming days here. Weather-wise, it's already incredibly warm out there. Plenty of 50s waking up this morning. Some of us could be in the 60s later on today. We're forecasting record high temperatures, all coming up next.